Now, when you save files to the platform, you have the option to retain previous iterations. And I know this is kind of similar to how versions work in PDM, but you don't have to create a distinct revision in order to be able to roll back to that previous model of that same revision or CAD family file. This is done by enabling the keep previous iteration when saving up to the platform. And of course, there are steps required to lock this and bump it to the next revision if you're using that functionality at this time. But even if not, you can retrieve these files. In order to retrieve these, there's a button right in the 3DEXPERIENCE task pane. It allows you to look through files, and now to retrieve these, there's a button on the 3DEXPERIENCE task pane that allows you to look through the iterations, and if there are iterations available that you would like, you simply drag and drop that component right into your SOLIDWORKS session. And one thing that comes to mind for an example of a tool that's maybe no longer available for a part that you would need to return to a basic version of the design before making changes specific to new tooling or new manufacturing process if you're not going to use a tool. This feature can be really handy for that. It also can be handy for finding a new starting point to do a save as, and then creating a new part number and a new CAD family so you don't lose the original part file. So maybe a similar start part, but a different end result. And for me, since this preserves the data, it's helpful in all aspects of design, but really coming from an R&D background, I see it being most useful there. Going through design cycles isn't always a linear task, so sometimes you go back to a certain point again and again and again throughout the iterative process. Or sometimes, even if you do go through that process and release a product, you might want to come back and branch off that product that's similar but not the same family. Think of this as part of the industry, so you can think of the research and development part of the industry as probably being the one that's going to get the most out of this functionality.